one of the cards that I got to congratulate me on my million. This is from one of my customers, Darla. She is a sweetheart, and she sent me this fun card. I can't remember what this bridge card maybe or something like that. So this inspired the card that I'm going to make next, okay? So this is where the inspiration came from. I have made them before, but you know, there's so many cards in so little time, right? Okay, so we're going to pull in the Festive Friends because why wouldn't you? These little characters are absolutely adorable. I'm also going to pull in the traditional labels just for the Merry Christmas for the inside of the card. And let me get my pieces and parts out here and we'll get started. So I have a thick white card base, so 8.5 by 5.5. I have this is the middle? This is the third largest stylish shapes circle. So you've got the largest, the next largest, and then this one. So that's where that came from. I have a die cut tag. This tag comes in the Festive Friends stamp set, but you can see that I made it shorter. So what I did was I cut out a piece of Granny Apple Green, the entire tag, and then I kind of scooted it up. So if I was going to make this even shorter, I would just scoot this up a little bit farther. It'll just sit right in there in the confines of the cutting area. And then you could run it through again and make it even shorter. So I just ran it through and make it this short. I don't even know how short that is. So that's probably 3/4 of an inch that I cut off. But I didn't need it to be quite so tall. So that's where that comes from. And this is actually cut. These are out of two-tone cardstock. Okay, so this is Granny Apple Green two-tone. This is Real Red two-tone. Both of these are the dark sides up. Okay. Why am I using two-tone cardstock? I'm going to tell you. Because Designer Series paper is actually printed. It's a white piece of paper that runs through a machine that prints ink onto it. And that is the same thing that happens with our two-tone cardstock. It is a piece of white paper that runs through a machine that then puts puts printed ink on top of it. So I have found that a lot of times two-tone cardstock will match your Designer Series paper better than our actual cardstocks do. And that is the case with this. This does match better with the two-tone rather than the cardstock, especially like this piece here. Let me pull out some red. And you might not even be able to tell the difference. I am a pretty anal person, so I can tell the difference. So here's the DSP. Here's the two-tone cardstock. Here is the actual Real Red cardstock. So I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. I can with my naked eyes. Maybe the camera's not going to pick it up. This is the back side of the two-tone. Obviously, you can tell the difference there. But the two-tone it just matches better. So that's why I did that. So I have 4 pieces of Real Red two-tone cardstock with the dark side up. And all these pieces measure 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. Then my Designer Series paper pieces are all 1 by 4. Okay, so those are the easy measurements. Then we have another larger piece, same pattern of paper. This is 2 7/8 by 4, I think. Where's my ruler? I think it's 2 7/8 by 4. It is. No, I lied. 2 3/4 by 4. This is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay. And then I have another piece. This is the Jingle Bells, which is the opposite side of that paper we used on the last card. And this is a 1 by 5 3/8. And this is 1 1/8 by 5 1/2. Okay, so those are all the pieces and parts. We have our card base, and we're going to do some cutting on this to make that fun bridge piece. So simple. So all it is 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to put it in your trimmer with the short side at the top. You definitely want to fold it in half first so you know where that score line is. And then I'm going to line it up at the 1 1/4 inch mark on the other side here of the track. That's just how I like to do it. And then I'm going to cut down to that score line. And I have a little tick mark on the side of my blade that shows me where the blade is actually cutting. And so I can just do that, and I get right to that edge right there. Then I'm going to rotate this around. I'm going to slide it over again to the 1 1/4 inch mark. And I'm going to start, well, at the bottom. Well, I'm starting at the bottom of my card, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to push my blade straight up until I hit that little mark there. Okay. And then that's going to give me these little floppy pieces. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add some of these things. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. These are going to have very slight borders. Now, if you don't want to do the doubling of this, you could just make your designer series paper the same size as the two-tone cardstock instead. Okay. And then these are going to go on the front. Okay, we're going to bring this big section in. Add this. And again, this is all the dark side of the two-tone cardstock. And then we'll add this to the front. And just as a shameless plug, I do still sell packages of samples of the two-tone cardstock. They're 6x6 pieces. You get 48 sheets in a package, and you can check out. I have 2 different packages on my blog, and the links are in the description of this video. So we've got those pieces done. So now we're going to bring in these 2 other little side pieces. And then this is going to go in this little section over here. Same thing, that slight border. So this is what we have so far. So fun. Now I'm going to glue my Jingle Bell paper to this other little strip. And this is where we're going to make the bridge. Okay, so now we're going to attach this to the front. So we're only going to put glue on this little strip in these 2 end spots, okay? So we're just going to add a little glue to the end spots. And then we're going to attach this, I don't know, about 1 inch from the bottom, give or take. I mean, everybody's card might be different, so you can decide where you need to put that. And that's how we've made that fun little bridge card. Okay. And there you go. So it makes it look like you've got 3 different layers going on here when you really only have this one card base. So now for the decorating, we've got that. We have our circle, which is going to go on this. I also have, need a piece of white so I can stamp my little friend here. There's our friendly little elf. And now we're going to color him. And I'm going to use Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce blends. So I'm going to take the dark shaded spruce because dark shaded spruce is very similar to garden green. And so I'm just going to go over his hat band here and then his belt and then the little cuffs on his shirt with this marker. There we go. So if you guys made one of these bridge cards before, I think it's called a bridge card. If it's not, please somebody correct me. But I thought that it was. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in the dark Granny Apple Green. And then I've got the light Granny Apple. And I thought about leaving this white, and I probably should have, but the one that I die cut is not white, so it is what it is. And then I have number, what I call 1000. This is the light naturals that Stampin' Up! Has. And so I'm just going to kind of do his little freckles. And then maybe the insides of his ear, just a tiny little bit. Nothing too crazy. And then when we cut him out, here he is in all of his cuteness. And so I'm going to add my circle. Well, actually, no, I'm going to add him to the circle first. Now, I'm not putting him like right in the middle of the circle. I'm actually going to put him kind of so that his feet are at the bottom of the circle. And the rest of him is just taking up the rest of the circle. And then that's going to be put on dimensionals on the red. Okay. And And then he's just going to kind of sit about right there. All right, now in this little set of dies, the Festive Friends, there's lots of other pieces in here. There are 2 different trees, kind of a modern eclectic tree and then a kind of a standard tree. There's a die for each of the little characters, of course the tag die. There's another little tag die here, but you can also get these fun little stars. And then there are some snowflakes and some more stars. So I went ahead and die cut some of these smaller little kind of snowflakey pieces out of the two-tone cardstock. And since I have the dark side of the two-tone up, I wanted to use these little light sides. So these are all the light side of the two-tone cardstock, all these little pieces that I'm putting on right now. So I'm just using a tiny bit of glue. If I can get a tiny bit to come out here, I probably should be using my other little thing that I have for liquid glue. All right, get on there. Okay, and then I have all these other little pieces that came out, so I'm just going to kind of throw a couple of dots of glue on here, and then we'll transfer over these little stars. Okay, so we're going to take a couple, here's another little snowflake that we can add, maybe right here. And then these tiny little other little stars we're going to throw on just because they are that cute. And that just kind of jazzes up the tag just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but you can see, definitely see the difference in the two-tone where we have the light showing on the dark. Definitely shows up. So I'm going to push all these little bits out of the way because I don't need them. So now I'm just going to kind of add my tag right there on the front. But first, I'm going to need some twine and a little chunk of that same ribbon. So I'm going to thread my ribbon through, and then I'm going to use the twine to kind of tie it together here. Okay, so we'll bring the twine in, and we're going to tie a knot. I'm going to try anyway to make a knot. There, I think we got it. Oh, so cute these little guys are. And this paper, I just love these papers out of this kit. So if you've forgotten about it, I hope I reminded you. And I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe have this, or maybe you have some of this paper left over from last year. So let's trim these ends off. And then we shall trim the ribbon ends off also. There we go. And then we're going to attach our little guy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here on this bar, I guess we'll call it. And we will add him because he is pretty cute. Then I took a 1/2-inch piece of white cardstock and I stamped the words, "Santa's coming to town," in garden green. And so now I'm just going to kind of tuck this underneath him. Let's see, where do I want to do it? Something like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just at the very end here, so that when I tuck that underneath him here, I can stick it right there. So we have the front, we flip it open, we still have fun there, and then we flip it open again, and I thought I would add this little snowflake just because it's cute, and I have it because I die cut it and then I didn't actually use it for anything. So I'll stick that up there. And then I need my Merry Christmas. So I think I'm going to do it in red. Where did I put my red? Okay, so I'm going to stamp Christmas. I think I'm going to do it a little bit cockeyed. That way I don't have to worry about it being perfect. You know what I'm saying? If you purposely make something crooked, then that makes it a little bit easier. I need to get another block for my Mary, and then we'll ink that up in the red also. And we will stamp that also a little bit cockeyed, like so. Cute! Okay, now I have to ask you guys. I did color his little, I guess the little button on his shirt red, but then I was thinking to myself, I don't have any tiny ones of these left, so I don't know if this is going to look stupid. You guys can tell me. If I was to take a medium one of these and stick it on there, does that look dumb? Is that too big? Do you guys think that's too big? Let me know in the comments. Just say yes or no if you think it's too big. Would a gift card fit in the bottom inside? Yes, I believe it would. If you like put a little piece of paper or something in there, sure, why not? Absolutely, it would fit in there. So yeah, you could put just a little piece of cardstock or a little piece of designer series paper in there, and absolutely you could tuck a gift card in there for sure. Good question though. All right, so you guys are saying that it works. That's my little bridge card for you guys. I'll bring in my other thing for you. So here we have our fun little gift card holder. It's like a little bag or a little purse or a little suitcase or something. And then we have our fun little bridge cards. So